Welcome to my channel, guys. My name is Julie and I'm the author of the blog CapturingWonderland.com. Today we are going to be working in my daughter's bedroom. I have been renovating this bedroom very slowly, a little bit here and there. Now comes for paint and the trim on the walls, and I'm super excited. I don't have all of the wood for all of the trim, so this will be a multi-part process. I still have to buy the trim for this shiplap wall, and then I have to finish the shiplap wall. So today is just going to be the window trim, the door trim, and painting these walls. I'm not painting the shiplap wall. The shiplap wall will be finished in a different video. I need to get my measuring tape and measure for the wood that I need to cut outside. Today is beautiful. It is 70 degrees. So let's get on with this project. I'm excited to see some major change happen in this bedroom, and I know my daughter is as well. To the measuring tape. So this is what I have to work with here, people. That's what needs to be painted. Woo! And here were the two colors I was considering. How exciting is that? This one is Heritage Rose by Bear, and this one is Retro Pink. And we actually chose, drum roll, I'm not gonna tell you, you can find out. Coming up soon. Do the trim for the window, the trim for the door, and the trim for the door. We've got the plan. I do need to get out my measuring tape, however, because how else am I supposed to cut all of the wood that I've got for her trim? And naturally, it took quite an ordeal to get this room as clean as it is, which is not really clean, it's just mostly empty. All right, we have our work cut out for us. For anyone interested, I completely rebuilt and rebranded my website over the weekend. So if you want to see what I've been up to, go ahead and go to CapturingWonderland.com and check that out. All right, I got my paper and my pencil and my measuring tape. This is 35 1/4. 35 1/4 plus 3 inches on either side is 6 plus 2. So 35 1/4 plus 8 inches is 43 1/4. Now I could measure out everything right now, but chances are the measurements would be slightly off. So I do it one at a time. I'm going to do the header first, and then install that, and then do the footer, install that, and then I'm going to do the 2 side pieces. I'm not really sure what those are called. The arms? I don't know. Okay, so let's do this one at a time. Gosh, her walls are filthy. She's gonna have to come in here and clean them. I did not realize how filthy they were. What if they've been climbing on the walls? I wouldn't put it past them, honestly. Okay, I also have to rip down my 1x4s to 1x2s and take the rounded edge off of them so that they are beautiful, clean 1x3s. Okie dokie pokies. Let's go out to my saws and let's get to work. All of that for the header. But I've got all of my wood ripped, so it is ready for becoming processed, basically, to become trim. So everything has to be completely sanded with 80 grit and then 120 grit, and then use wood glue to put what needs to be put together, like the headers and the footer for the window. There's no footer, obviously, for a door frame. That would just be a header and 2 side pieces. So let's go in and measure for the door frames. "48 inches plus 8, 56 inches for the closet header." So the top of the window is 35 1/4. By the time you get to the bottom of the window, however, it is 35 1/2. So there's a 1/4 inch difference between the top and the bottom. That is why you have to measure every single thing when you are doing this, because the one thing that you can count on is that nothing is square, nothing is plumb, nothing is straight. Most of these, especially builder grade homes, are being built so quickly by people that are probably not particularly skilled at what they do. And so stuff just gets kind of slapped together. So even older houses that have moved a ton during their lifetime, everything settles and moves as the ground does. So it's just best to just measure everything twice before you cut anything. So I've got my header for this. Let's look at this door. 40 inches for that door. Okay, 40 inches for this door over here because it's a 32. So 32 plus 8 equals 40. Easy. Okay, back outside to cut some more. I was so close to being able to use the same piece of wood for both doors. I'm going to be able to use the same piece for the window as well as the door. But then the closet door has to be another piece of wood because it was 3 inches too short. Man, it is bright out here. I'm gonna need sunglasses. Next day, and we are getting to the second part of the process, which is sanding all of the wood down, and then we're gonna put it together. So let's get started on the fun. A lot of the times I just sand with it on my lap, but since I've already got my table saw out, I'm gonna use this if I can to keep my back from getting hurt.
They won't even in your post.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I have sanded these pieces and now I am ready to put them together. So I went and got my wood glue. There are various types of wood glues, obviously. This is just the one that I bought, but I like several of them. They all kind of work the same. And then my airstrike with 18 gauge brad nails in it. I can't even tell what you can see. It's so bright out here. When I'm putting these things together, you want to think about which direction you want the wood to be facing. So if it's got some ugly pieces on it, you might want to hide those. Make sure the prettiest piece is facing outwards. And then you get your glue. We'll line it up on the end. Shoot one nail in. Because this board is kind of wonky, I'm just going to go down the line and adjust my board as I go. Now I've got the top. We flip it over and do the exact same thing on the bottom. All right, that's the last header. Now I've got to worry about the sides and then the footer of the window. Oh my gosh, okay. That was a whole lot of sanding for just 2 doors and 1 window. That is kind of the trade-off that you get with creating your own trim from common lumber. Yes, it is the least expensive way to do it, although technically I think MDF is the cheapest way to do it. But I prefer to use real wood So I'm not gonna do MDF, but that would be the cheaper way. And then you probably wouldn't have to sand, so that would save you a lot of time. But it's kind of a trade-off, money for time. So if you've got a lot of time on your hands, you can save a lot of money, basically is how it goes. And I do have time on my hands, and I like doing this to show you guys how I am upgrading my home on a very small budget. So this is the way I've chosen to do it. You don't have to do it this way, obviously. Let us install this window trim and then the 2 doors, because I'm ready. I'm more than ready. Okay, so I have my brad nailer, my measuring tape. Let me get this ready, because I have to make sure that I am, this is very inconvenient having that there. I knew I was missing something. I'm missing more brad nails. I forgot about the door strike and the hinges. So, okay, this is day 3. Oh, I'm gonna try to finish today. Every day I get started into it and I get at a good place, and then I have to stop and go do something else. So, I'm praying that today is today. I actually get to finish this. So I have the 2 side boards next to the door that need the door strike and the hinges cut out / sanded down, whatever. And then the trim will be up for the doors and the window. But I have pulled these mattresses out of here 2 days in a row now, expecting to be able to paint and then not being able to paint. So I'm really hoping that today is the day, because I'm sick of pulling these mattresses out and putting them back in on my back.
Hey.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, baby.
Ooh, I'm a mess. The spackle and fill in the nail holes and then tape off the trim, and we can actually start painting. Okay, show them your baby.
Look at the camera, baby. Oh, it's so cute.
You're not happy.
No, he's scared.
Well, it doesn't help that Reese is painting him. I've got my spackle, my baby putty knife, my caulk, and my caulk gun. And we're about getting ready to paint. We're getting ready to get ready. Paint prep. I got all of the light switches and the outlet covers taken off in a baggie with their screws so that they will not get lost, although I'm replacing all of them, so it really doesn't matter. And I'm gonna put in some nice oil rubbed bronze glass ones that match the rest of the house. I'm just replacing them 1 room at a time because they are not cheap. The next thing on my list is to tape around the trim. And I'm actually grateful because I didn't replace all the trim, so that means less tape that I have to use. So I only have to tape around the 2 doors and the window. So let's get to that. We are pretty much ready. I just need to get the paint opener and then we can start in on the first coat. Me and my back took a long break. And now I have to get up in the ceiling and cut all those lines for the first coat to actually be finished. I got my hair up now, so everybody better beware. Now I'm serious. Oh my goodness. I'm serious. My back is like bothering me. I laughed so hard the other night, I think I pulled a muscle, so that's where I'm at in life. Okay. Well, nobody's gonna do it for me. I asked. So I'm gonna get me a brush, my 2-inch angled brush by Rooster. Love these things. And this sucker right here. I'm gonna open it and just carry it with me because I don't feel like getting anything else dirty. Well, there's the first coat. What do you think of the color? Let me know in the comments. I think it's a pretty pleasant pink. I'm actually really happy with it. I always said I would never paint a room pink, but I guess we should never say never. All right, gonna let it dry and then come back in with a second coat. Okay, second coat is done. Now we just have, obviously the ceiling has to be painted, but that will be when I do the shiplap wall and the rest of the trim, because it'll be the same exact color. And honestly, I never finished the ceiling last time I painted the room. I wasn't being like super careful when I was painting up there with the roller. But it's all right, because it'll just be touch-ups. So I'm going to now take the tape off and be done with this for now. I'm so excited. Oh. That's one down. Alright, done pulling tape. Now it's just let it dry and then move on to the next project. What's next after this? Honestly, I think I'm going to move back to the entryway. So I'm thinking that I'm going to attempt the painting of the tile floor, which is going to be interesting because the paint on the can says that it has to sit for 24 hours without people walking on it, and it's my entryway obviously, so people are gonna have to come in and out of the back door, so that's gonna be interesting. I haven't figured that part out yet. But I'm excited to get started on it and get it finished obviously, so I think that's probably what's going to be coming next. I'm glad to have this bedroom one step closer to being finished. It's coming along, so I'm excited about that. Anyway, thank you so much guys for watching all the way through if you've made it this far. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoy content like this, where I am renovating my house slowly and surely with very budget-friendly projects. So giving you guys an example of what is possible if you just take it one step at a time and are smart about your money. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you appreciate this kind of content and would like to see more. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.